Once upon a time, in a faraway magical kingdom known as New Zealand, was a faraway man named America, and his friends who were hence forgotten by the storyteller.
Duo Maxwell and America decided, while they were in New Zealand, to go to a rock concert. But then they thought, why don't we bring Kumoricon to New Zealand?
Well, America decided that he wanted to go not to the random panel, but to the Story Die panel. He came up here to the table along with Black Star, Duo Maxwell, and Lock On.
Next. Of course, they all decided to volunteer first for the first story, which unfortunately was with an anime that they had no idea who any of the characters were. They started making random ideas. They gave cat ears to Watanuki and made him a fairy princess. It was really awesome. Next.
Now, Watanuki was he spazzed out like he always does, and he just went everywhere. And suddenly, Yuko showed up,
and everyone fell into a warp zone that took them to the world of the Teletubbies.
They now realized that they were in the most dangerous place they had ever been. All around them were strange creatures, and even the sun itself seemed to have a face, laughing at them and their plight, like a child with its newfound play.
They freaked out over it, so Duo got a large hose and hosed the sun, and it became night. And after that, America commended him, and they both decided to bang their heads because mental health drove them mad.
Now, Watanuki realized that they would have to pay a price to Yuko for being transported to this magical new world. And the price was they were turned into Teletubbies themselves. You want to say Teletubbies?
I'm too tough to tell the story. Story night? I'm just gonna
Story time.
Pretend this is poison. There you go. I mean, carbonate poison. Yeah.
I'm gonna recycle the bottle first.
Oh no. I'll get it. Alright, next!
The newly Teletubbies-fied Watanuki and Duo Maxwell and America, they decided that they were going to journey as far as they could. And suddenly in the distance, they could see the Tower of Isengard.
So they decided to go inside the Tower of Isengard, and suddenly they turned back to normal. And they celebrated as if the Mariners had won the World Series. And then they decided to drink some vodka.
Oh yeah.
And after drinking the vodka, they decided to do something really cool. And they decided to turn themselves into doorknobs.
Into doorknobs. First Teletubbies, now doorknobs. Soon they were forgetting who they were just as much as I was. Our heroes now knew that they needed to flee from Isengard, which has no doors from what I've seen from the movie. They were useless people in a useless world, and soon they became homeless doorknobs, unwanted by the orcs and the evil wizards.
But there were doors of perception, which allowed them to break on through to the other side into a soul kitchen. A soul kitchen, that is right. And yeah, it was strange days. and they discovered a peace frog.
I have no idea what a peace frog is. I'm going to present it to Frog who loves peace. The peace frog. He told them all to sit down to listen to his sermon. And he preached to them about the sun and the moon. And suddenly, our doorknob hero sprouted wings.
And it became a celebration of the lizard, and it that lit their fire.
Their fires were lit, as bright as the sun, as the peace frog said, "Ooh, that's one nice sun. Ooh, yeah, ribbit." Yeah. They all knew now that the peace frog should be the rightful heir to the throne of Isengard. And with election day in only a few months, they quickly got together a peace frog election campaign. But who would be the vice president?
The vice president was Peter Griffin from Family Guy. And the president, you will never guess this,
The peace frog?
was Sephiroth. And so,
Peace frog?
no, the president was Sephiroth. Because he's not David Lee Roth. But he decided, I'm just going to sing the Cloud song anyway, and then he fainted. Peter Griffin.
And Peter Griffin had to take over as president. And he had to elect a new vice president. And the new vice president, alas, was Black Star, who started talking about how the peace frog should not be the new ruler of Isengard. It should be Black Star, who shall surpass God.
And then God struck a lightning bolt on him because no one should ever attempt to be more powerful than God. Lucifer tried that. We all know what happened to him. We don't want Black Star to become the next Satan.
They'll be better than the one from Blue Exorcist.
Okay, and Black Star came to his senses and thought, yeah, I'm not going to be more powerful than God. That's a lame idea.
And then we went back to reality. Black Star then said, wait, what am I thinking? I am the greatest thing known to mankind. So he took all the doorknobs and he made them into a doorknob hat. Each one had wings on it, and he flew up and said, look at me, I'm in the air.
And then he flew too close to the sun that burned it all, and he fell to the ground and died. And that was Black Star's fate.
Next.
Whatever happened to the doorknob?
Oh.
Maybe he was wearing the doorknob hat. Well, thus we had no more characters.
We don't, actually.
What about Lock-On?
Oh, and Lock-On lived happily ever after.